With sticks and stones and pity parties, looking in the mirror, I'm starting to think that it doesn't matter what I say. I'm someone that she loves to hate.
That's Love to Hate from a new MP by Calgary singer-songwriter Terez. The EP Chaos Era will be released tomorrow, and we're pleased to have Terez with us this afternoon. Good to see you.
Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, let's start with the obvious. You love Pink.
A little bit, yes.
A little bit.
Yes, that is correct.
What's the attraction to it?
I just love expressing myself in the way that I feel inside.
Okay, and that includes hair,
Yes.
clothing, music, videos. It's got to be Pink. Like, what if a
things.
consultant came to you and said, you know, you might have more success if you dyed your hair blonde?
I won't lie, I've had pink hair for almost 4 years, or maybe
Yeah.
longer than that. It's getting a little much to maintain.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know that my hair will be pink forever, but I love it for right now.
Okay, good to know. The video there, just having a quick look at it, kind of has like a high school Carrie the movie kind of vibe. What was high school like for you here in Calgary?
I had a mixed high school experience, like I think a lot of people had. Some parts of it were really amazing, and some were maybe not so great, and that's what the song's about, is people who just kind of choose to dislike you. I feel like a lot of people feel this way towards Nickelback, where they connect over like a dislike for Nickelback. And so that's really what the song is about.
And there's an element of bullying to it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the songs on this EP is called All My Exes Are Dead. Now, it brings to mind, you know, when it comes to matters of the heart, are you a skeptic?
I don't know that I'd say I'm a skeptic. The song is definitely satire. It's intended to be very tongue-in-cheek. And if you listen closely to the lyrics, it actually has what I feel is a positive message of, if people don't treat you with respect and respect your boundaries, then just block them, move on with your life. It's not worth the time.
Great attitude. Speaking of the lyrics, there's a lot of R-rated lyrics in your songs.
There might be.
I wonder, where will they be played? Which radio stations would pick them up?
Yeah, there's certain radio stations that do play explicit music. There is also clean versions of the songs, so it allows for there to be a little more longevity with with the stations that will play it.
One thing that surprised me about your background is at one point you played alongside Keith Urban.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, I played on stage with him in Spokane, Washington, and it was an incredible experience. I actually started in the industry as a country songwriter, so a lot of people might look at me now and be like, that makes no sense that you would perform with Keith Urban, but at the time it made a lot more sense.
Yeah. Why did you decide to change tracks from country to the more pop-oriented stuff now?
I think it is just more authentic to me. In Calgary, there's a lot of focus on country music. A lot of venues are geared towards country music, and there's a really strong country presence and industry here. So it felt like the route of least resistance to get into the industry. And once I was in, I was like, wait, this isn't fully authentic to me.
Right.
I still love writing for country artists, but I am not a country artist.
Yeah, well, and there's the thing. You collaborate with a lot of people, including all around the world. Like, how does that work in terms of songwriting for other people?
It's just a really collaborative, kind of casual thing at times. Sometimes people reach out, or I'll reach out, and we'll just decide to write a song together. It doesn't always, it's not always a super formal process, but it creates just so many fun, creative opportunities to work with other people and to work in different genres.
Right, and not necessarily in Calgary. You can do it via Zoom as well, right?
Yeah, that was one thing about the pandemic that was kind of a silver lining for the music industry, is certain parts of the music industry were very much in-person focused. If you're not in this city, if you can't join us in the room, then we won't have you. But with the pandemic, where everyone had to go online, then it shifted parts of the music industry to then be able to collaborate with people all over the world where you weren't expected to be in the room.
Absolutely. So who is your role model now in music, and where will we see you in, say, 3 years?
My role model, I don't know. There's so many artists I admire. One person I absolutely just love watching is Tate McRae, who's from Calgary.
From Calgary, yeah.
Yes, she's killing it right now, and I'm so excited and I'm so proud of her. And I don't know exactly where I'll be in 3 years. My goal has always been just to be able to create music endlessly, and I would love to be able to continue doing that for the rest of my life and just make cool things.
Well, and looking at Tate McRae, she was at Western Canada High School only a few years ago. She was on Saturday Night Live a couple weeks ago. Just incredible stuff.
Yeah, and she's a #1 song right now.
Yeah, amazing. All right, well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
And for more information, you can visit theterez.com, or you can find her on all social media, Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.